Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha. Thank you so much for stopping by. I want you to know you are truly appreciated. Let's just jump right in. I'm here to discuss Snif fragrances. I'm not sure if you know much about Snif fragrances, but they are vegan, cruelty-free, clean fragrances that a lot of people tend to love. They're budget friendly. Well, depending on who you ask. To me, they're budget friendly. And I've been using Snif for a long time. My whole family uses Snif. They love it. There's something for everyone. Snif fragrances come in 30 ml bottles and 10 ml bottles. A lot of them, depending on the amount of fragrances that you buy with Snif, you get a little sample size for you to try. And usually Snif has all different, things that they sell. They sell fragrances, they sell candles, they sell body sprays. So there's something for everyone. So let's get into the fragrances that I'd like to discuss today. I may not get through all of them, but the majority of them, maybe some of you have it in your arsenal that you like, and you have backup bottles of. I know I do. There's some of them that I've used, and I've not only gotten one, but used it once, twice, for the bottles. They were empty, and I've gotten backup bottles for them. So whenever I like a fragrance and I think it's backup bottle worthy, you best believe I will buy it. I will purchase it. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the fragrances. The first one I want to discuss with you is Wow Factor. And yes, this one is the empty. I'm not sure if you could see it. And this one I have been using, and it's right here. So this fragrance is a pretty, I think, green fragrance. There's nothing not to love about this fragrance. I love it. I think the reason why I gravitate to this fragrance is because I have a garden. And during the summertime, when you want to find me if I'm not at work, I'm in my garden. I love the earth. I love digging through the dirt. I love planting flowers before, planting seeds so they could, bloom in the springtime. I love going and pruning my roses. It's like a safe haven and a calming place for me. When I want to just go and just stand outside in the sun, sometimes I just stand out there in my garden, or I will stand in the grass and try to ground myself or center myself. So this reminds me of it, Wow Factor. Will I keep purchasing this fragrance? Absolutely. I love it because it reminds me of a forest with a babbling brook. You could hear the water in the background, and you could just close your eyes, barefooted, walk on the stones if you have to, put your toes in the water and just, enjoy the sounds of the birds. This is what this reminds me of. So the top notes of this fragrance is green fig and neroli. The middle notes, rose, ambrette seeds. The base notes, tonka bean and cedar wood. This for me is, I don't know what heaven looks like. We could only imagine. There are, little clues around this earth that tells us what heaven is like. This smells so beautiful. So beautiful. Something, just a taste of maybe what heaven is. I wore this as my scent for today, and I felt so relaxed and chill at work. It's like nothing fazed me. I was just walking, not on air, but just felt like, the world just didn't matter. Do you feel that way? Do you, any of you have this fragrance? Do you feel the calm and the sense of being with this fragrance? If any of you do relate, thank you for relating. And we're on the same wavelength basically. But anyway, this is Val Factor by Snif. And another thing is these fragrances cost about $68, I think, about that amount. And this is the 30 ml, by the way. The next fragrance I want to talk about is Naughty Nona. Oh, and excuse me, I wanted to say these fragrances come with really nice boxes. So this is Val Factor. It came in this green box, and the box, you just, you know, it's like this sleeve, then you pull it down, and then you open the box, and the fragrance basically sits right here in this little cubby here. I'm going to put the empty one in there because it's empty, but it sits here in this little cubby like this. So you pull it out, you close it, and then you pretty. Okay, so the next one I'd like to talk about is Naughty Nona. Nona has been very naughty. It's a nice gourmand fragrance. She, again, empty. And this is the box that it comes in. It has like a nice little fruit cake on here. Same way, it slides down. You know, this one has a little purple ribbon. Very pretty. These boxes are very pretty. It's very appealing, and so are the bottles. You know, nice small bottles you could just grab, put it in your purse, your backpack, or whatever. You could travel with these. They're not really, you know, large like some of these big bottles that, you know, you have to have a decant of or a travel size. But anyway, Naughty Nona, it's a gourmand fragrance. I love this. Oh, this reminds me of a rum fruitcake with raisins and all these different little, you know, fruity aspects that you put in these cakes. Nevertheless, Naughty Nona is a very, very beautiful fragrance. I can't stop sniffing it when I wear it. This is, I think it's mass appealing. I feel like anybody would love this. Snif has two parts to their website. There's the secret menu, and then there's the regular Snif. Naughty Nona is part of their secret menu. They have a lot of fragrances that are part of their secret menu. If I can recall, I think Soda Snob is one of them. There's this fragrance that smells like gasoline. I had a sample of it, and boy, anyway, there's this pizza fragrance. Never smelled it. Why would I want to smell of pizza? I don't know. Maybe if I'm eating a slice, I'll have the fragrance next to me, but I know. But anyway, so this fragrance has like prune, walnut, orange, and vanilla glaze. Like I said, it smells like a fruitcake, a beautiful fruitcake. You know, I know my grandma used to make these cakes whenever I visited her as a young girl, and she used to make these beautiful cakes, and she made the cakes in, you know, this oven, and whenever it was baking, you could smell it. I mean, so this is what this reminds me of, a beautiful rum raisin cake that it also smells a little fresh, and it's gourmand. So a fresh gourmand fragrance, mass appealing, I believe. The next fragrance I would like to talk about is Cocoa Shimmy. I only have one fragrance of one of these. I don't have a backup bottle. I've never wanted to. It's a good fragrance, but it's very coconutty, you know, and this is something you could wear if you're maybe going to the pool or going to the beach, or I don't know, easy reach kind of thing, you know. It's nothing, you know, no fuss, no muss type of fragrance. So I really like this. Um, it's not one of my favorites though, but I'm going to finish the bottle, and when I finish the bottle, I'm not going to get a backup, you know, because there are others that I really really love that takes first priority, I should say. So the top notes for this fragrance, and I don't have a box for this one. Um, I don't have a box here to show you. I'm pretty sure there's a box somewhere around this house. But anyway, the top notes are coconut pineapple. The mid notes, sunscreen, surf wax. I saw that. I'm like, what is surf wax? I don't know. But anyway, the base is sandalwood and tonka bean. So as I said, this is a easy reach fragrance. You know, you run errands with this if you want to. It's great for the summer. It shines more in the summer. This one, to me, it's a little overpowering. For some reason, there's something in here that reminds me of hair grease. You know, like this, I don't know if you're familiar with this grease. Back in the day, I remember my mom used to put it in our hair. It's this grease called Dax. And that's what it reminds me of. Or, you know, yeah, Dax. But anyway, it's a good fragrance. It's not a love, it's a like for me. The next fragrance I'd like to talk about is Strawberry Moon. Here's the bottle. Here is the box. I love this little pink on here. And the box, pull it out, and it has this nice little red ribbon. So a lot of these boxes have different color ribbons. I guess it's based on, you know, the fragrance to let you know, match the fragrance to the box. I believe that's the science behind all of their design. And so for Strawberry Moon, it's a nice fresh fragrance. It has some musky aspects to it. Another easy reach fragrance. Running errands, you know, again, no fuss, no muss. I don't have to think about it. I reach for it. The reason why I don't have a backup bottle yet is because every time I try to get a backup bottle, for some reason, this fragrance goes in and out of stock. Why, I don't know. But hopefully I'll check later on their website to see if it's back in stock. I guess it's popular for some reason. Or what I noticed last year, because I've had this now, I got this last summer, and what I noticed that it was part of last summer. It was part of the sale items. Because Snif on their website have some of their sale items. This one was part of it. But when I bought it and I, you know, tried it, look at that, look at this. Yeah. But anyway, when I tried it, I really loved it. And I was looking at some of the reviews, and a lot of people, for some reason, didn't like this. I don't know. It was just very controversial fragrance. But for me, I really do like it. And a lot of the Snif bottles, look at the caps. You know, I like that. But anyway, for this fragrance has jasmine, leather, saffron, bergamot, pink pepper, iris. And again, this is a very fruity fragrance, effortless. I don't smell the strawberry for some reason in there. I get a lot of, I do smell the jasmine, and it does have a tad bit of leather. But, you know, I don't know, maybe it's my nose, but I cannot for the life of me smell the strawberry in here. Nevertheless, would you go wrong by this? I don't think so. Would I recommend it? I would. You could probably wear this, even though you could wear it through the spring and summer, you could probably get away with wearing it year round. But anyway, this is Strawberry Moon with Snif. The other one I want to talk to you about is Suganami. Suganami, I think that's the name of it. If I butchered the name, sorry about that. But this fragrance reminds, you know what, this is the box. It comes in this black box. And on the side, it has the notes on here, on the side. Let me just read the notes. It has iris, creamy musk, amber, cypress, cedarwood, angelica seeds. It says that this is a genderless fragrance. So so men, women could wear it, which is great, To me, fragrances are basically whoever wants to wear whatever they want to, they should be fine and comfortable wearing it. So if you bought it and you like how it smells on you, and you like how it makes you feel, I say why not, right? So anyway, this is a dark fragrance to me. Whenever I wear this, it's a dark, creamy fragrance. Whenever I wear this, you know what it reminds me of? Have you ever seen the movie Silent Hill? Silent Hill has various, I think 1, 2, 3 or whatever. It reminds me of Silent Hill. Not in a bad way, but just mysterious, curious, This is a mysterious fragrance. It is nice, creamy, musky fragrance. So this one has rose musk. Oh, I just read it to you. But anyway, it's like a powdery powdery, but not powder puff kind of fragrance. It's manageable, powdery also. And it does, I don't know, where would you wear this? I would probably say evenings. I would recommend wearing this in the evenings, not during the day. But if you want to, it's fine. I've worn this in the evenings. So will I buy another bottle of it? Not really, because when at the initial spray, it's a little overpowering to me. I don't know if it's the type of wood, or maybe it's too musky, but it's a really nice fragrance, but that's not one of my favorites. Anyway, yeah, moving on. This one is called Me. My daughter loves this fragrance. She loves it so much. This is actually something, whenever I get it, she always, wants a backup bottle because she loves it so much. This fragrance, for some reason, is mass appealing. Not for some reason, but a lot of people, I think, like the peach note and the plum note in here, because you could smell it. I mean, it's like a juicy plum kind of thing, I think. And it lasts a long time. It has some musk at the I think base notes has musk in it. Anyway, actually, let me read some of the notes in here. Yeah, so the top notes has peach skin and plum. The mid notes has orris, and the base notes has white moss, musk, and sandalwood. So yes, it does have musk in it. This fragrance, as I said, my daughter loves this fragrance. This is my dad. But the thing about this fragrance to me, she likes it, but one of my daughters, that is. And for me, I don't know. I wouldn't want it on me. It's more for the younger crowd, I think, because it smells amazing on her. Beautiful, pretty, amazing. And everyone's skin chemistry is different, right? What would work for some folks may not work for others. So there are some fragrances that I've purchased where it just doesn't work on my skin, and on her or my other daughter or my husband or my son-in-law or my son, it works beautifully on their skin, So would I purchase this for me again? Probably not. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's my skin chemistry. And it, like I said, this lasts a long time on the skin and on clothes. And based on the reviews, this fragrance is one of the top selling fragrances on Snif, on the Snif website. So again, this is me. The next fragrance I'd like to talk about is Vanilla Vice. This is pretty, okay? This is like a nice vanilla. I'm not sure if it has Madagascar vanilla in it, but every time I smell this fragrance, it's like this. Have you had this ice cream? It's called drumsticks, I believe, where the vanilla one with the chocolate on there, and at the bottom there's this like chocolate at the bottom of the cone. Well, remove the chocolate at the bottom of the cone and just put the vanilla ice cream. You know, this is what this reminds me of. A nice, beautiful, pretty vanilla fragrance. Gourmand. I think this is a gourmand. I think so. I'm not, I'm not one of these fragrance scientists or, know a lot of what mixes what with what, but I know beautiful fragrances when I smell them. And this one I really, really love. Well, one of those I really, really love. And at the end of this video, I will let you know my favorites, my loves of the Snif fragrances. So anyway, for this has, like I said, it's a nice, creamy fragrance. And would I recommend this? Absolutely. I would recommend it to, anyone. Actually, I would gift this to anyone, and I have gifted to family members and friends, and they really loved it. So I think this is mass appealing. So for this is the box it comes in, Vanilla Vice. I don't know if I said the name of it, but yeah, this is the box it comes in, and this is the ribbon. It looks like it's a nice red ribbon, but the words Vanilla Vice is in pink and Snif is written in pink, and it has like this creamy, ice cream melting down on the box. I don't know if you could see that. A very pretty box. And so anyway, this is Vanilla Vice, and I really love this fragrance. The next fragrance I'd like to talk about, let's talk about Empty. We all know what this is, and if you don't, it's okay. And then this, I don't know if you could see, it's Heal the Way, and it's a collaboration with this young lady. I believe her name is Alex L. And when I smell, every one of us in this house, under this roof, loves this fragrance. We go through this like water. Okay, this is so pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Anyway, and I love the bottle. Look at the bottle. This bottle has so much words of affirmation on there. Words of affirmation. And the box, I don't have the box, unfortunately. There's a lot of boxes that I try to get rid of, because if you keep the box, you're buying a backup bottle. The boxes become so overwhelming. And so I try not to keep a lot of the boxes around. This fragrance, every single one of us has this fragrance. Well, I don't think my son-in-law has this fragrance. I don't think so. But every other person under this roof has this fragrance, and they absolutely love it. So this is an Ambery Gourmand fragrance. I think it's when I think about this fragrance, when you go and I don't know if you're into meditation, and when you sit you know, and you're like, well, yeah, this is my calm before a storm. This gives me, well, not just this, but this is one of the things, one of the elements that gives me permission to be me. This is one of the elements that tells me when I wear it, everything's gonna be all right. This is one of the elements, this fragrance allows me to take deep breaths and realize that things are not as bad as it seems. This is one of those fragrances that tells me, yes, tomorrow is not promised, but it's okay to enjoy today. This is a pretty fragrance. This is a calming fragrance. This is a fragrance that, you know, it's like, it's just so calming, so calming. And she also has the candles for this. My daughter has the candle. One of my daughters have the candle, and it smells so beautiful. So would I recommend you? I don't like to recommend blind buying stuff. Try before you buy, get a sample, yada, yada, yada. But this one, absolutely. Go ahead, get yourself a bottle. I gave you permission to get yourself a bottle, and you're gonna love it. Why? Because I love it. Anyway, this is Healed Away. The next fragrance I'd like to talk about is House of 8. This is, you know, House of 8. This is the bottle. This is the box. This is what it comes in. It's like a red box, and it comes in these little, the same as the others, red box, you know, with this little sleeve, red little ribbon. So this is the box it comes in, with House of 8 at the front with a big number 8 on there, with this like nice 8 silhouette on there. So who in this house wears this? My husband, my son-in-law, and I've gifted it to my son, and my daughter's boyfriend. They love this. I do know this is my son-in-law's second bottle. The reason why you haven't heard me say any of my girls wear this or me is because to me, this fragrance leans a bit masculine, I think. This has some chocolate notes. It has some woody notes. It has some musk in there. And for me, this smells beautiful on a man. And so, would I recommend it to a gentleman out there? Absolutely. Because I know the folks who wear it in here, it smells good on them. Like I said, it has some chocolate notes in here, musk, and some woody notes. So this is House of 8, and again, it's Snif. Look at the dent. Yep. So that's all I have for you today. These are some of the Snif fragrances that I do love, that I do enjoy. Well, except for the House of 8, where the male folks in this house wears. My husband, my son-in-law, my daughter's boyfriend, and my son. So, like I said, this is all I have for you today. Today, work was quiet. That's how I like it. And I'm filming here tonight. After work, when I get home, I film because this again is my baby. You know, this is my new project. Maybe in a year's time, I will give myself a performance evaluation as to how I did. I know some of my videos towards the beginning and sound like I'm yelling, or I don't have, you know, I'm screaming from here and not here. I say this because there's this lady that I watch on YouTube. I follow her. Her name is Glow, and I love watching her videos. I love watching her videos because I believe that she has something to offer everyone. And, you know, I would not really credit her all the way, but it was something she said about getting out off the sidelines that resonated with me, because it was a sign to tell me, Samantha, see, she's telling you get off the sidelines, even though even though I was planning on doing it anyway. But yeah, so kudos to her for helping me get that push. So anyway, thank you all for watching this channel. It's a new channel, and do I have any expectations at this point? Not really, because this is something that's going to be fun for me, and I'm going to love doing it. It's going to, I believe, help me with my with the mental health aspect of it, and I believe that it will help me pass the time rather than, you know, and finding my joy. Am I brave for doing this? You best believe I am, because I think I am, because no way in this world I ever thought I would put myself out there for folks on this World Wide Web to see my vulnerable side, to see my fumbles, to see my this lady needs to go to speech class or whatever, which I'm not going, by the way. But yeah, so I love this for me. And thank you again so much for viewing. If you like this content, may I ask that you give it a thumbs up? And I really, truly appreciate you for doing that. And, if you want to subscribe for more content, by all means, please do so. And I also would appreciate you doing so. And if you don't want to subscribe, it's okay too. Thank you so much for viewing. And it's time for me to go to bed now. So you have an amazing evening, and take care of yourself and each other. Bye-bye.